Hello, Facebook. Happy Friday. And YouTube. I think we've got everybody on pretty easy this morning. Oh, maybe not Facebook. Acting all crazy. Happy Friday, everybody. I've got a Fun Fold card for you today. It is the card that we did for our team mystery stamping, or that I did for our team mystery stamping. Trying to find myself on a couple of devices, give you guys a minute to get here. We started mystery stamping with our team, or with my team, on the first Monday of the month. So my friend Kathy and I, we share the same upline. So we decided that we were going to do mystery stamping. Kathy totally took the ball and ran with it, and I am just supporting her, and we're doing it together, but she's definitely leading the charge on that, but we're having so much fun with it, doing it together. We're doing for our teams, and then for our uplines team too, all included. We have an awesome community. So I see all of these, sister demonstrators at on stage and at the events, and this is a great way to just like keep that community feel going. So we have a mystery stamping night. Our mystery stamping night, if you're liking what you're hearing and want to join our community, our team mystery stamping night is the first Monday of every month except for September. First Monday is Labor Day, so we'll be doing the 8th. And this is one of the cards that I made for that mystery stamping. Let me show you. This is what we're going to make today. Hey, Jana. Hey, Christina. Lisa. Jan. Hey, everybody. Happy Friday. Okay, I found myself over here. Hey, Sherry. Sherry's from Southern Indiana. Hello, Sherry. I'm glad you're here. All right. Looks like I've got some comments flowing on the YouTube. Facebook, I see your reactions. Thank you for those thumbs up. All right, so let me show you this because this is what we're gonna make, and then we're gonna talk about this. And yeah, that's all I got for you today is one quick housekeeping and a couple of little bits here. All right, so this is this is my second sample of this card. You're absolutely the best, and it's a fun little Z-fold. We're doing a Z-fold. Thanks a lot, right? So that's from a top view, and then this way, it pulls and flaps, it flips and flaps, and so that's the inside there. All right, you're absolutely the best. Thanks a lot. I adore you. And this is the More Messages bundle. You're gonna love this. We're gonna use it today. And then the Sunshine Vibes dies with the Boho Vibes designer series paper. This is kind of a warm-up project for our in-color club for I think the final month. Yeah, we're gonna do cloud cover in the final month, and we're gonna feature these Sunshine Vibes dies, More Messages, and Boho Vibes designer series papers. This is me getting warmed up with that product, in color club members, and having some fun with my team. All right, so if you don't know, Stampin' Up! Starter Kit is $99. You choose $125 of product of your choice. Shipping is free. You get a free paper pumpkin, free business supplies. It's always the best deal, and there's an amazing pre-order going on right now for demonstrators. So you can get pre-order products. You can get them first, and you can get them for less if you join. All right, so this was my original sample, and this is also from the More Messages. We've got Time to Celebrate, Happy Birthday, and lots of love. All right, so that's our project for today. Lisa says, so cute, thank you. Sue says, hey, from Minneapolis. Hello, Sue. Hi, Nancy, I'm glad you're here. Lisa says, love the DSP. So do I. I really love the DSP. I love the dies, especially now let me just pull them out here since I'm talking about them. The Sunshine Vibes dies have a kind of a smooth rainbow. Okay, so it's not exactly perfect. That's what I like about it, but it has smooth rainbow 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So you can do 5 colors, smooth rainbows, and it fits on the same background or into this window. If you use this background as a window, it fits in there. But I love this die set for these texture, these interesting bows. So I love this die set. Anyway, and then the more messages with it, this is a great combination, and we're going to be featuring that for our In Color club, and this is our project for today. So Mimi says, yay, a card, right? It's a Fun Folds one. I've been working on some more cards too, and you're going to like this one too. I think we are introducing a new card class. Now, right now, our first Stamp and Stick card class is also our first month In Color Club content. All right, so if you're In Color Club members, you got this stuff yesterday in our In Color Zoom. But this is going to be a great way for people who are not In Color Club members but still want to make cards to join with us in our In Color Club cards. I think we're going to do all 6 months as Stamp and Stick card classes also. So this is our first Stamp and Stick card class. It is currently in the store, and you can get this as a PDF, or you can get this as a PDF plus the Stamp and Stick packet. Now, what is the Stamp and Stick packet? Well, the whole idea of the Stamp and Stick card class is it would be a super fast, super easy way to follow along with me and make some cards. All right, so this is our Stamp and Stick card class packet. It's currently available in the store. There's a very limited number of them. Stamp and Stick card class will be live on YouTube, and as long as Facebook keeps cooperating, it'll be live on YouTube and Facebook on the 24th. Oh, I'm in August. I was like, the 24th does not sound right. Well, let me turn the page in my calendar. The first Stamp and Stick card class will be live at 2 p.m. on the 26th of June. So you can get your packet, order it up now if you want to. You can get your PDF if you just want the PDF for this. But we are going to do these cards live at 2 p.m. All right. If you want a packet to stamp along with us, let me show you what it includes. It's literally Stamp and Stick. It's the premium card class experience. Hey, Christina. Janice here, Lisa Spacek. Did I get everybody on the YouTubes? Hey, Kathy, I'm glad you're here. Deb's here. All right. Let me see about Facebook really quick, and then I'm going to show you what's in here. All right. Joan's here. Hey, Joan. Hi, Jessica. Jan says, happy Friday, everyone. I agree. Happy Friday. Hey, Joy. Watching from Tennessee. Hey, Debbie Roberts. I'm glad you're here. Who else said yay a card? Natalie said yay a card. All right, I've got more cards coming in with the summer sketch series. So you card fans, we've got some coming. Anne says, what a cute card. Hey, thank you. All right, so it's totally Kathy. It was our mystery card. And she's like, here, this is what we're doing. And so I said, okay. She's got me doing Fun Folds, which I don't do very often. But it can absolutely, you don't have to do it on a Fun Fold. This is what we're making today if you're just joining us. You don't have to do this on a Fun Fold. You could just do this on a regular top fold card. But it is a Fun Fold. This is what we're making today. Oh, I'm cute. I love this product. Anyways. All right. And then Stamp and Stick card class will be Thursday, 2 p.m., live on YouTube, live on Facebook as long as Facebook cooperates. Stamp and Stick card class Thursday, the 26th. These are the cards we're making, and this is the packet. So if you'd like a packet, you can get one while supplies last. And we are calling this Stamp and Stick card class because that's all you have to do. So you'll stamp flowers of your choice on the cardstock that's included. You can, so you'll need a flowery bundle now. Does that mean you have to do flowers? No, you do not have to do flowers. You can stamp animals. It's 5 cards. You can stamp 5 animals on here. Color them and cut them out. All right, so you're going to stamp, and then you're going to take your packet and you are going to stick that, because everything you need is in this packet. We are doing every bit of embossing for you, every bit of die cutting for you, every bit of twine, every bauble, everything you need is in this. It's a labor of love. It is a premium service, and it's made so that you can literally just stamp your images, cut them out if you need to, or die cut them, and then you can take your designer series paper, your your pattern might be different than my pattern, but you'll take your designer series paper, you'll glue it to the already embossed card front. You can stamp a little background on here if you want to. You know I did. You will stick that on. You've stamped your flowers and cut them. You will stick those on. You will stamp your greeting, and then you will stick it on with a flower and the included twine and embellishments. All right, so it is really a very easy button. It's how do you get cards done in your busy schedule? How do you get more cards done? Well, Stampin' Stick card class is our answer to that. And we are going to add a Stampin' Stick card class every month. There's not a lot of extra products. There's not a lot of variations because every little bit is done for you so that you can just stamp your flowers of your choice and put together cards easier every month. All right, so that's Stampin' Stick card class, and you can get those packets right now. I'll see you on the 26th live. You can get the PDF for this class right now too. And then just to show you this, Stampin' Stick card class is made or was designed with the Pretty Florals bundle. But if you don't have the Pretty Florals bundle, then use the Impressions A Bloom bundle. If you don't have either of those bundles, pick flowers that you have. So it's also going to be made for you to use what you have on hand for tools. So you'll have your stamps, you'll have your tools on hand, and then you can grab those up and just stamp them on the cardstock and stick the card together. Good? You guys get Stampin' Stick card class? I don't know how it's going to be received, but we did start with a limited number for our first one, and you will make a card in every end color. 5 different layouts, but all flowers and one of each in color. All right, so let me show you just really quick. I did them, and I'll be sharing with you the Daffodil Delight, the Darling Duckling, Secret Sea, Timid Tiger, Cloud Cover, and here is Strawberry Slush. So there's our finished cards. All right, so get a card kit while supplies last. Grab the PDF if that's all you want with the measurements and the pictures. If you've got all your own supplies, the PDF is in the store. And I will see you Thursday the 26th for Stampin' Stick card class. All right. All right, Trish says, what a great way to save time. Stampin' Stick rocks. Oh, good. So you guys are picking up on it already. Oh, good. I wanted to offer another card class. I've got Card Club, and Card Club is like my advanced stampers dream class. You're gonna get a lot of products that you have left over to use. You're gonna get a new resource every month that you can collect in the sketches. It's a really great card club. I wanted something that card club members could add on to their month without feeling too pressed, because you card club, you cut your own designer series paper, and you do a lot of those things for yourself. So what can I add that my card club members won't feel clobbered to pick up if they really love it? And that's where Stampin' Stick came from, is that you can make more cards now in a month. Or if you're really struggling to find time for crafting, the Stampin' Stick card class is for you. And the video will be live, and it'll be there as long as Facebook or keeps it, and it'll be available on YouTube, so you can go back when you've got your kit and do it at your own pace. But really, all you'll have to do is stamp and stick. And Anne says, what a good idea. Oh, good. I'm glad you guys are liking the idea for Stampin' Stick. I'm really looking forward to doing it. Let's see here. We're going to make this card today, and I'm going to catch up on comments, and we'll get going. I got a little bit of die cutting to do, and that's where we'll start, so then we can still let people join us, and I can answer questions and stuff. If you've got questions about Stampin' Stick card class, let me know. Question, is the PDF included in the class? If you get the class packet, you also get the PDF. If you don't want the class packet because you have all your own supplies, you can get just the PDF. And we're going to do it live on the blog. Or live on the social media. So the video will be out there for you guys. So you can just join by video if you want to. But if you want to purchase the PDF, you can do that. If you purchase the packet, you get the PDF. Great question. And Lori says, do you know which set you plan to use for Card Club after the turtle one? I have not made a commitment yet to that. I will let you know very soon though, Lori. And because especially since we've got the buy one, get one half off going on right now, I'm going to try to give you guys the next 4 months before the buy one, get one sweet sale or half off sweet sale is over. So it is a priority for me, but I actually had a plan and I was working with it and I hate it. And I don't want to talk too much about which one it is I hate. you'll, you'll, you'll know it's got to be one of the ones I didn't use, but I had already started working on a design for July, and I can't even do it. Do you guys ever have that happen to you, where you just pick up something and you think, oh, I'm gonna love this and it's gonna be so fun, and then you just can't even do it? All right, so give me the weekend, because I am going to try to get the next 4 card club bundles nailed down and the designs underway, so that anybody who wants to take advantage of this sale can. All right, so let me show you more messages really quick before we do it. More messages is a stamp and die. Okay, you can bundle it up. One big background stamp, one die. This is all of them labels that it makes when you pass it through. So the first thing I did when I got my more messages is I cut some white, I cut some vanilla, and I put them in a bag. And then I cut white and glued it down so that I could see them all. So now I've got my little chart and I can take all those little onesie twosie greetings. Now this is, just a note, this is the one I used on Stamp and Stick card class from the Pretty Motifs. And I can say, okay, I've got this. Which one of these banners works best with it? So then I can say, oh, I'm going to do this one right here. Fits nice. And I'm going to wrap some skinny little ribbon or twine around here. And that's going to be perfect on my project. And I can dig through the bag and grab this piece from the assorted bag of white and vanilla ones that I made. All right, so that's the first step. And then the next thing I did was stamp it on white cardstock. And then I cut it out, and then I arranged this is what these stamps say. Awesome, right? But then what shape do they land on? So I might really want I adore you, or you're simply incredible, like looking at this, but what shape does it land on when I cut it out with the die? That's what the second part of my chart shows. So you've got your fish lips or your chicken lips banners, your oblongs, and your angle banners, and then this is how they line up. Which sentiment on which of these sentiments on which of these shapes. Then the next thing I did was I started to get creative with it. And Card Club for Cool People, you had the option to add this bundle onto your turtles, because I used this in the turtles. We did 3 sketches this month, and the 3 sketches, one sketch is with this, the stamp and the die, and I actually picked the image from More Messages. The second copy of the same sketch is one of these, and I put the turtle greeting on one of these. So used it both ways, right? This is a good way, a good resource for how that works. So I got creative with it, and shaded spruce was the color I used for the turtles. So I stamped it a few times. I always say but my friend Jan stamped it a few times in shaded spruce, and then we cut them all out and put them in a bag. And so then now comes my rainbow card, right? And we're doing this boho vibes with the More Messages, or this boho sunshine vibes rainbow with the More Messages in Card Club, or an In Color Club, for our October meeting, right? So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to stamp a bunch of them. I'm going to stamp them on vanilla, and I'm going to put them in a bag. So let me grab my More Messages here and show you what I'm talking about. So this is how I do it after I stamp them in any particular color or on a particular cardstock. I just throw them in a bag, and then I put them in the stamp set so they're there when I need them. All right, so let's do that really quick so I can show you. You can do this 2 ways. You can put the stamp on a block or on the table and then put your paper on top after it's inked. So ink it, put your paper on top, and use your little paddle and get a good impression of all of them that way. Or you can grab your Stamparatus. And I'm gonna tell you guys, I invested in this. I love this. So I am gonna use my Stamparatus here. All right, let me find my vanilla cardstock and my Secret C ink pad, and we will, and I'll show you how this works. So we've got our greetings for this time. Hold on just a second, everybody, I'm sorry. Gideon, your dog is running up to the window where he can see me working and jumping on the window. Are you supposed to be taking care of your dog and I'm supposed to be working? Or am I supposed to be working on taking care of the dog? I am so sorry. It's our first day of summer break and somebody's not doing his part of the bargain. So I'm very sorry. All right, let's get back to our more messages. I'm so sorry. I try to keep that kind of stuff out of it. It's live though. All right. You guys are doing thumbs up and hearts. Thank you. I'm so sorry. And I'm all thrown off my game now. Thank you for sharing, Corinne and Dolores. I appreciate you. Dolores, I don't feel like I've talked to you in a very long time. Will the instructions be for one specific set for the stamp and stick card class? Yes, the instructions will be for the pretty florals, but you will also get to see the samples done with alternative sets. Okay, all right, let me see here. Yeah, are you going to put him in his crates?
Until you're done with life.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, that's fine. I don't know for sure, actually, Gideon. I'm sorry. All right, so I've got my Secret C ink pad. I grab vanilla cardstock here. I've got half a sheet. Just half a sheet's a little bit too big, but a quarter sheet is a little bit too small. So let's see here. Julia says, I'm retiring at the end of June, so you'll see me a lot more. Oh, that'll be good. Well, happy retirement, my friend. How exciting. Then let's go. Julia says that would be a normal day at my house. Well, it's not usually here, and I try very, very hard to keep that out of the live. I try to keep whatever's going on around me down to a very minimum so it's not distracting. It is a huge effort, and I think I do all right at it, but today I'm like, okay, what's going on around me? And I don't remember what I was doing anymore. What did you say, Gideon?
What kind of syrup?
None.
None? Just coffee and cream?
Yeah, thank you. All right, so Secret C, I'm going to ink it up really good. I do like my stamp positioner best for this because you're going to get 19 greetings. Wouldn't it be nice to get 19 good ones? If you don't get 19 good ones, still die cut it because you'll still get 10 good ones or 8 good ones, you know, and that's what I was doing. If I had any that looked a little crazy, I just threw out the crazy ones and kept the good ones and gave myself a big head start. All right, so the same way that I would run this guy over, if I had the stamp up on my surface, I'd put my paper over and then run this over the paper. On the stamp positioner, I'm going to use it just on the positioner. It helps to give some leverage without being so hard on my fingers and wrists and stuff. Okay, thank you, kid. All right. Corinne says, I don't do lives because my grandkids are always with me and they're noisy, right? I've got 15 is my youngest. He'll be 16 on the 16th. And so they understand pretty good to keep it down and to be good. But yeah, I hope one day I got a house full of grandkids. Honestly, I really do. All right, so I think that turned out just perfect. But if it was a little bit light anywhere, I like that I can save whatever greetings might not have stamped perfectly with my Stamparatus. And there are other stamp positioners out there. I don't care to buy another stamp positioner because I've already invested in this one and I love the way this one works. So use your stamp positioner or use your paddle, either way, and you'll get 19 good greetings all in one stamp. All right, now we're gonna get our Stampin' Gun and Emboss machine and cut this out. We can cut them all out at one time. And what I said about this when I was doing the pre-recorded video, I said, yeah, it's 19 greetings all at one time, but it's also an opportunity to die cut 19 greetings all at one time wrong. So just take a minute when you're doing it to set it up. And I like to use a little bit of tape on both ends of the die instead of just the one, because what happens is, like, embossing folders or like the plates, sometimes when you put this in, this side will lift, and the tape on both ends does help to keep that lift from shifting. The paper has to kind of flex with the die that way. All right, I'm gonna line that guy up. Isn't this cool? You guys, I really do love this set. I like the kind of blocky text font, a little bit of script font mixed in. It's a lot of fun. Let's give that a crank. And then we'll pick out our greetings for this project. And there it is. 19 greetings all at once. All right, have you guys seen this More Messages bundle? Is this on your radar at all? And there's that. And Card Club for cool people, we are going to use this one with our turtles this month. All right, let me take a look at some comments and pop those out. I had made a pot of coffee before I started. I'm gonna have a sip of coffee. I'm excited for the weekend. How about you guys? Anybody else feeling excited for the weekend? I'm glad it's here. My husband is going to work on my daughter's car. Actually, they're going to work on the car together, which I think is really kind of precious. And I'm very excited to have them busy because I am planning on stamping this afternoon after we're done, and then stamping while they work on the car tomorrow. So I'm pretty excited about my weekend plan to stamp Saturday morning. All right, I'm gonna do another You're Absolutely the Best card. So let me pull those out. I got You're Absolutely the Best. Oh, let me close that. Did you guys see that? You know you didn't. It was off the screen. I almost put my sleeve in the ink pad. Tommy says it's on my next order. Oh, you're going to love it. Let's see. What did I put in there? I put thanks a lot. There it is. Thanks a lot. And I adore you. Where is I adore you? There it is. All right. Now the rest of them I'm just going to pop out really quick and put in the bag. And said, just ordered my Stampin' Stick. Hey, thank you. You're going to love it. And you can use any flowers that you have. Your in colors, get comfortable and have some fun with the in colors. Everything will be ready for you. Just Stampin' Stick. Oh, come back here. Stampin' Stick card classes will be once a month. We're going to do card classes. And then we are talking about potentially doing a Stampin' Stick treat class too. So if it goes well with cards, we might add a Stampin' Stick treat class, which is exciting for me because I love the treats, but I love the cards too. I love doing both. All right, let me get my little, I lost my bag with my sentiments. There's the dies. You guys are just going to have to like hang out and bear with me a little bit today because now I can't find my card kit either. But I did find my one little thing and I am completely rattled. But that's all right. I'm stamping with you guys. What else do we do? What liquid glue do I use? Always the Tombow multi-purpose liquid glue. I like the Tombow multi-purpose liquid glue because it's kind of a thick white and has like a tackiness to it. It's a two-way glue that doesn't really entirely dry. It goes from permanent to adjustable, or what is it called? That you can move it around. Repositionable. That's what I'm looking for. And so the Tombow, it's the one that Stampin' Up sells. I don't know if I should, how much I should say about it, but I do know that you can get bigger bottles of it on the Amazon. So, but that's my favorite liquid glue. I love it. We're going to use it today with this little bits from the rainbow, and it's going to be a good demonstration of how awesome this glue is. All right, so we've got our greetings picked out. Let me see what I can find here. I just lost my card kit, and I don't know how I managed to do that, but it's okay. It's got to be here somewhere. It was so funny. I was just sitting here minding my own business, trying to be live, right? And I see my dog running full speed for the window to just jump up at me and let me know that he wants to come back to work. It was pretty hysterical, but it's definitely got me rattled a bit. Hang on a second. Did I mix it up with my cards? No, I didn't mix it up with my cards. This is bad. I don't want to have to cut the pieces again because I just had them and can't find them. All right, so let me look at the comments and we'll get a little discussion going while I look for my bits. I've lost my bits. That bundle is a really good investment, Jan says. I agree. I think that you can count it down as like a forever tool, you know? You don't have to always use the image, the stamp that's there. Fonts change, styles change, trends change. So, and then everything that is new or is old is new again, right? And everything that's new is old again. So I like the idea that you can stamp it, cut all the greetings at once. If you're not feeling the font, then you got all those little labels that you can use with all the little greetings that you have in all the stamp sets, right? It's a really good long-term investment. It's, you know, it's a die though. I think dies are one of the best investments you can make in your crafting. Hey Brenda, I'm glad you're here. All right. Ann says, oh yes, to the treat Stampin' Stick class. Oh good. Thank you for your excitement. And I really feel like this is going to be kind of a fun way to offer the easy button craft, right? It can remove the obstacles from out of your way for crafting with these Stampin' Stick classes. So if they go well, we'll add more. And definitely would like to do a treats class. All right, so I've found my bits and I'm getting back on track. I can't even tell you how embarrassing it is that I lost my my bits and lost control of my life so easy. I do try to keep all the personal nonsense out of it, but we're gonna get back. Nancy says Banjo probably thinks you're talking to him. I am. I keep threatening. I keep saying he has new merchandise with tags on. They can always take him back, and that's such a lie. I really do love him, but every once in a while he does stuff, and I'm like, ugh. But this time, this was the boy. I need to return the boy because he was supposed to keep an eye on his dog. Let's see, Nancy says, yes, waiting with the Stampin' Up! Crazy sales. I'm afraid right after I order, they'll have a sale. Well, I think that's the way of the world, isn't it? I feel like everybody's got a sale and a gimmick. And it's just how you get attention, right? But Stampin' Up! Is not only offering like sale after sale, they're also doing like tons of product. We've got a great pre-order going right now. Beautiful product. Okay, so let me show you what I got here. This is our, this was our mystery card for our team stamping. So what we did, well, Kathy was responsible for this one, and she did the clues, and I checked the clues to make sure that we had everything right. So this was my card to check our clues for our mystery card night. And so if you're stamping with us mystery card style, you might remember this. I used to do mystery card stamping live. Now we're doing it with the team. You needed to do 2 5.5 by 4 1/4 cardstock pieces, right? And then the next cardstock piece is an embossed cardstock piece. And so we put that on our sheet, on our clue sheet, that this one would be embossed so that our mystery stampers could do that ahead of time. I did very vanilla, and this one is 5 1/4 by 4. And I embossed it with this dotted circle embossing folder, 3D1. All right. Our next measurement was 2 pieces of cardstock, another color, maybe a contrasting color. That's what I did. Another color, 4 3/4 by 3.5. Then our designer series paper. Designer series paper number 1 is, let's see here, 4.5 by 3 1/4. Then we've got another piece that is 1 by 3 1/4. Now I added on a couple of little things to our mystery stamping. With this particular Z-Fold card and how Kathy had it presented, you have the little Z, there's your Z, but to do an 11-inch paper, you have a 2-inch tab here on the back. And I didn't want just the tab. I know that this is the card, like this is the coming and going. I wanted my card to be finished, right? So I added 2, and I'll put these measurements on the project sheet. You'll get this one later today. 2 more designer series paper pieces. I got these 2 patterns this time. This is 3 1/4 by 2.5. This is 3 1/4 by 1/2. Right, so there's our designer series paper, and that's the clues that they got for mystery stamping. Oh, and don't forget our vanilla or white piece. That is the Z-Fold apparatus, and this one is 11 by 3 1/4. All right, so that they came to mystery stamping that night with these pieces done. Besides the white or vanilla, we asked them to have a label or a couple of labels for a couple greetings, and so I used more messages, and there's my pieces. All right, so let's go ahead and score up the Z mechanism, and we'll get the nuts and bolts of this card together, and then after that we'll decorate. All right, so I need a simply scored tool, and we're gonna put that in on the 11-inch side. Hey Tony, liked and shared. Thank you. Oh, it looks like you're both places. Thank you for liking and sharing, everybody. Tony, I appreciate you. Beth says, hello, crafty peeps, liked and shared. Thank you, thank you. It makes a huge difference. Nancy says, are you at that place where you get hot flashes when you get flustered? Well, mostly the hot flashes are when I'm trying to sleep. But man, talk about flustered. I don't usually get so flustered. Maybe I'm at the point where I get flustered when I get flustered. Trish says dogs are family, and this is a family. I love seeing your pets. Oh, thank you. We're having a really good time with Banjo. I say he's new with tags on, new merchandise with tags on, and I could take him back, but I don't mean it. I never would. He is definitely family. He's become a part of this family very quick, and he's really a sweet, good boy. He's just a good dog. So, yeah, dogs are family, and chickens are family here too. Hey, Brenda, happy Friday. Did I tell you happy Friday already? All right, let's go ahead and score this up. 4.5. You guys, I don't even want to put my coffee down. 4.5 and 9 on the 11-inch side. So 3 1/4 by 11. Score at 4.5 and 9. And that's your little Z-fold. And you've got your 11-inch piece. So one of the legs of your Z, do Z's have legs, is going to be a little short. All right, let's get me a bone folder. All right, I'm back to having fun again. What a live. That's all right. We're having a good time. We're stamping. Can it be any different? Can it be any better? All right, we're gonna fold this way and that. And then because I'm me, I like to fold that way. And this, I feel like I get a sharper, cleaner fold that way. All right, so this is our Z, and it's not an equal Z. It's kind of a backwards Z, although that really messes with my, no, right now it's a forward Z. That really messes with me, you know that? Okay, so that's a Z, and the short tab is on top. I'll set this one aside for just a minute and get some glue. Where's my, this is my, you guys see that? I'm still working on that fast fuse I found. Well, Joyce found, and I'm loving it. All right, we're gonna take one of these, our biggest designer series paper panel, and I'm gonna put some of these pieces together because the way I'm losing stuff today, it'll be better for things to be glued down and glued together quickly. And we'll just center that there. And then we'll take this one and we'll center this one on here. And if you wanted to, you can skip the Z-fold, and this could be an 8.5 by 5.5 scored at 4 1/4 instead of, so half sheet folded in half instead of a quarter sheet, and then you can have a standard card here. So very easy translation if you're not a big fun folds fan. Okay, so here's the discussion question. Fun folds, yay or nay? Do they absolutely delight you? You just can't get enough? Or could you take them or leave them? How do you feel about fun folds? All right, I'm going to put this panel on this panel. Listen, dimensionals. If you're going to mail this card, you might skip the dimensionals on this step. I have triple dimensionals. This is up on dimensionals. My rainbow is up on dimensionals. And then my greeting is on the rainbow that's on dimensionals. So 1, 2, 3 steps of dimensionals. So if you wanted to just skip this one, if you're mailing it, you could skip this one. All right, let me pull those off. Mimi says, fun folds are no fun, in my opinion. I only enjoy the most simple of fun folds. Otherwise, I feel like they're no fun. When it gets too diagonal or too much paper, I like a fun fold that still uses about as much cardstock as a standard card. Those are the ones that are most fun to me. If it's got a fancy like little cut and flip, and that's what a fun fold is. Like I love a joy fold. I love a simple fun fold. But otherwise, I don't do very many of them. I like a standard card best. But that is just my opinion too. I know that there are big fans of fun folds out there. Kathy says, love fun folds as long as I can figure it out. Right? It's got to be like a simple. Oh, and by the way, that Kathy, that's my partner in crime on this mystery stamping thing for the team. So say hello to Kathy, everybody. She's the one that did this fun fold challenge for us, and I just checked the measurements and played along. It was so much fun. But that is my partner in crime. So come join the Kitchenettes team and be a part of our expanding community and fun. And when you join the Kitchenettes, by the way, you also are joining Chicks Paper Inc. So we've got an amazing built-in community, and Kathy and I are working together to try to make more of that amazing community, and that's with our mystery stamping here. So I learned this fun fold from Kathy. All right, so we've got the front of our card built up here. We've got our Z mechanism built up here, and now let's bring that together with the back of our card. Let me show you this again so you can see the little Z mechanism. Here's a big panel, right? That's the back. A big panel, that's the middle, and then that little panel that we've got on top. So I found that the easiest way to put this Z fold together was to take our contrasting cardstock and turn over our Z, add adhesive on this long panel. So the Z is the short panel of the Z is to your right hand. The long panel on the bottom has adhesive on the back, and you can center it right on the contrasting cardstock. Then you can take the contrasting cardstock and you can center that right on the Daffodil Delight back. So now we've got our front, our back, and now let's bring them together to make one card by adding adhesive just to the shortest section of our Z. We're going to hover our front over top so that it all lines up with the back. Get your corners, get your edges, make sure it lines up, and then burnish. And now here we have our Z-fold, flip and flap. All right, while we're here on the flip and flap, let's grab our 2 1/2 by 3 1/4. And I'm gonna finish this tab. So instead of just having our little tab here for this, we're going to finish that off with a little bit of flair. I'm gonna add my designer series paper here. And then I'm going to add the 1/2 inch. You can see I'm using both sides. I usually say I hate putting glue on the pretty side, but this way I get to use both sides on the 1/2 inch strip and finish that. So now our card looks awesome coming or going. All right, front, flap, and then this little guy is going to go on the edge right here. And that is the basis, or the basics of our Fun Fold Z-Fold card. You guys like it? What do you think? Oh, Christina said I got my Stampin' Stick card class. I made limited ones, so shop early. Class will be the 26th. And if you've got any questions, reach out to me. I'm working all afternoon and I'm working tomorrow morning. So reach out if you've got any questions. All right, there it is. You like it? You love it? I hope you do. Let's do a little bit of die cutting really quick, and then we'll decorate our new Fun Fold Z card, Z-Fold Fun Card ZZ. You know, that's what we're gonna do. Let's do some die cutting. Nancy says, love Fun Folds, just need a way to explain how they work when I send them out. That is funny that you say that, because our Fun Fold mystery stamping, I added those little pieces because we had the 11 by 3 1/4, right? And it had this guy like cut off like this, and this was kind of like the back of the card. But I said, you know, your crafty friends, your card making friends will be like, oh, cool, right? But your 93-year-old grandpa might be like, and when it flaps open, I wanted it just as cute, whether it flapped or flipped or anything. So that's it. You are illustrating my point exactly. It's like sometimes when your recipient gets them, you have to think about what are they going to do with that Fun Fold, right? Because they're not crafters. They didn't see it on the YouTubes or make one themselves or have that kind of Fun Fold intuition that you develop when you make lots of Fun Folds. You develop some Fun Fold intuition, right? All right, so I've got my rainbow bits here from Sunshine Vibes. And my cardstock colors are, let's see here. How do I want to get these all to fit? I did this already, so I know they all fit. I have Petal Pink, Secret Sea, Old Olive, and I did Old Olive even though there's Misty Moonlight in the paper because I thought it brightened up my rainbow a little bit. Daffodil Delight, and then Cajun Craze. I'm going to do some little hearts in Cajun Craze. And then I got a little rick-racky bow. I'm going to do the bow that is leaves on Old Olive. This pretty pink one, that's the longest one, has a little pierced detail that I didn't clean out, so I hope it cuts nicely. Daffodil Delight somewhere in the middle there, and then Secret Sea. All right, let's give that a crank. I love that you can get one rainbow from one pass with all these fancy little bows, or you can take the smooth bow die and you could cut it 5 times out of 5 colors and get 5 rainbows. So one pass per rainbow, and whichever way you want to do it, with the fun little details or with the smooth bows, that's up to you. All right, let me get these guys off of here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these guys out of the dies and put them directly onto a silicone craft sheet upside down. All right, so let's work on that really quick. I lost a heart. There it is. I love these tiny little hearts. There is a very good chance that you'll see these little primitive shape hearts show up here or there on my projects because they really are the perfect little embellishments, paper embellishment. These two, perfect little paper embellishment. So it's like getting in a little bit more than rainbows out of this set too. You buy the rainbow dies and get the little paper embellishments for free, right? Because there's also in this set a cute little starburst. So fun stuff. All right, there's my silicone craft sheet. My fun barbecue brush. Thank you, Nancy. And I'm going to do this so that every piece is face down and has its own little space on my craft sheet. And I'm also going to bring in for the inside of my card one more set of 3 little rainbows. So a little bit different for the inside. I swapped positions between the yellow and the blue. All right, and then this little guy right here, get him out of the die, and then I'm just gonna flick a little bit because these tiny little dots need to come out. I'm gonna have to poke some of them. It's one of my favorite pieces. Well, I like the rickrack piece too, and I like the leafy piece. I just love the different textures that it adds to the project. But I got to get all those little Swiss cheese holes out of there. There we go. Adds character. Love that color palette and the on the Stampin' Emboss machine, right? They Stampin' Up really gave us an interesting color palette, and then to put it as a rainbow, you know, kind of not traditional colors for the rainbow. I love it. I love it too. Let's see here. Kathy says, thanks, Marissa. So inspiring. I'm very grateful for you. I'm grateful for you too, my friend. I feel like we're really building up the community and our team with this mystery stamping. We'll have to talk and get together and figure out what else we're going to do, because between the two of us, we can do some amazing things, I think. Our mystery stamping night was so much fun. Thank you for being a friend and building a community with me. All right, let's go ahead and pop this guy out. Oh, it did cut nicely. I'm going to have to work out those little details, but I didn't push them out of I didn't weed them out of the die, and I was afraid it wasn't going to cut all the way through, but it did. That's good. This is a good die. This is a good die set. All right. Yeah, I think Kitchenettes, if you don't already know Kathy, you got to know her a little bit better for Mystery Stamping Night, that's for sure. But yeah, Kathy's, thank you for identifying yourself to Kathy. We got awesome opportunity here. All right, so everybody's on the sheet. Everybody has their own little place on the sheet, and that's kind of important because now we're going to add some glue on the back of these, and we're going to use this here handy dandy barbecue brush. There's a set of 5 or 6 on Amazon. Trim down the bristles. When you get them, get your craft sheet, and you can add your glue on your craft sheet. Maybe need a little bit more. I did too much on the video, but you can always brush the back of a designer series paper panel or something to use up any extra glue. All right, so I'm just patting the glue onto the bristles. And then I'm going to do the same thing and just pounce the glue onto each of the rainbow pieces. And the reason why everybody's in its own little place on the craft mat and it stays there is because then you lift up the piece, stick it to the background. I cut that from Very Vanilla. And the glue is in its own place on the mat, right? We're going to go back and nothing will get glue on the front of it. If you try to do one and then put the other one down, you put it in the glue that's already there. So a little bit of planning ahead with your placement of all the pieces on the silicone craft sheet means that you're not going to then take this piece over here and put it down to put glue on the back and put it in the glue that's already on the sheet. That's why I laid them all out first. So it might seem like, well, why is she doing that? Or maybe an exercise in wasted time. But I think it really pays off because now we're going to get our next element. And if we just keep it in its space and pat the glue on, when we take it away, that place is gluey, but we've got everybody in its own area. Is that making sense to you guys? It really was a moment of like profound understanding for me because I'm like, oh, look, if I do it this way, if I lay them all out first, then I don't have to take the next piece and lay it down on the mat and try to find a spot that's not gluey and stick the front, when you put the front down to get glue on the back, then you get glue on the front of the item and then it's sticky. So anyway, works for me. I love it and I hope that you like the tip too. Very easy application of these small little and detailed little cutouts. A little bit of glue goes a very long way too, so you just need to dab a little bit. And I'm gonna add a bit more. Jen says, great tip! And Tony says, yes, good glue tip. I'm with you, sister, right? And I'm gonna tell you honestly too, as much as I love the adhesive sheets, I don't like peeling off the little backers. It's kind of a pain. When you've got something like this and you make it pick and stick, it's easier than trying to use this bottle of glue to stick some glue on the back, right? The peel and stick stuff, the multi-purpose or the adhesive sheets. But just to sit there and pick the back off of that was driving me crazy. So I don't know how I lived this long crafting without a silicone barbecue brush. Seriously. This really does make, I think that this is about the easiest way and the easiest cleanup. All right, so there's our rainbow all done. And then we're gonna bring our card here because I want to show you. I'm gonna add the inside little smaller rainbow and my greetings. So here on this one, I'm going to do thanks a lot. And because I have a little extra glue here, still, I'm gonna just pat that, swipe that on here. Swipe a little thanks a lot. Pop that on the card. And then I need a little more glue for my rainbows. And I learned after I put too much when I did the video that you just keep adding more to the sheet as you need it. You can always pick it up with a barbecue brush and paste it on. You use it to paste something on. But if you don't have anything left to paste on, then your glue just goes to waste. So just keep adding a little bit more to the sheet. But with everything just staying still in its own little place where there's no glue, we can do the whole lot of it. And it stays nice and tidy. Let's see here. Tony says, I always have to watch Marissa, a fun place to hang out. Thank you. I'm glad you like it here. Today was an extra exciting hangout today. Oh goodness. I don't know how I made it through this one, but I'm doing good now. I'm calm and cool, although I could probably use another cup of coffee after that excitement. All right, so there's our thanks a lot. And now these guys, they're going to stick to your brush. It's okay. The big one's easy to grab, but the littler one is going to stick to your brush. So it's okay. You might just have to pick it off. If you can just get the very edge of it underneath your finger and tap. A little bit of glue goes a very long way. There we go. This little guy right here. Uh-oh. All right, that one stuck to my finger pretty good. There we go. There's the inside of our card. And then we're gonna flip this over. And then over here, I'm going to grab a little bit of glue and do I adore you. Right about here. I adore you. And then this little guy's already got some glue on him. Let's pick him up and put him here. I adore you. And there's the other inside of our card. So inside, all done. Oh, slide that over. There we go. And then this can go over here for a minute. I'm going to put this on with some dimensionals. Let's get our sample back in here. Okay. And then this I'm going to put aside. I'm going to let this dry for a little bit, and we're going to readdress that in just a few minutes. Got my coffee. Oh yeah, that's what I need. Lots of coffee. All right, these guys. I can't wait to make more rainbows, you guys. And center that. And this one. All right, here's what I learned doing this on the video, is that on the absolutely side, all the way over here, I need to go 1 and then 2 half dimensionals, because I'm going to put dimensionals here. So I had to double the one side because it's up on a dimensional on the rainbow. And so that's 1 dimensional. And then this part is 2 dimensional. So that part that hangs off the rainbow needed to be double supported. All right. So there's my absolutely the best. I need some linen thread. I have lots and lots of linen thread. Might have been lost in my shuffle over here though. Ow. There it is. Yep. Underneath my calendar, because that's where linen thread belongs. All right. This guy, we're gonna need about probably 2 feet of linen thread. You can do 2 12-inch pieces, or you can do like I do and just fold it over, and then loop, swoop, tuck, and pull. I'm tying it on the spool. I want really big loopy bow, and I don't want a lot of waste. That's why I tie it on the spool, because usually I don't have to cut too much off, and then whatever I cut off on this side goes back on the spool to use later. So it helps me keep the waste to a minimum. But I think you're going to need about 2 12-inch pieces, or 1 24-inch folded in half. And then we're going to get a glue dot, put it on. I want to put it on the front of my bow because I want to stick that to here so I can see how it looks from behind there first. And I like that. It's kind of wily and I love it. Stinking genius with the silicone brush. Have I mentioned I adore your thinking? Oh, I'm telling you, Nancy taught Jan and Joyce, and Jan and Joyce taught me. But I've definitely embraced and I'm finding the shortcuts and the hacks to using it. It really is. I don't know. I thought when Jan and Joyce brought it over, I was like, oh, another something, another tool, another. Like, I don't think I need that. I have fingers, right? Like, I have a glue bottle and thumbs. I don't think I need that. And then I was like, well, let me try it. And it was on the little film strip piece from the popcorn, because that's so little and so dainty. And then I said, oh, you're so dumb. You have thumbs and a glue bottle. This is so easy, right? But then using it with the rainbow where I put all the pieces out. So it's like, I can tell you that I've got those little tips going for you, but I would have never used a silicone brush to put glue on because I've got thumbs and a glue bottle. I'm such an idiot sometimes. Like, the way I think is very limiting. I'm so grateful for my community, my friends, my stampers, my craft social, because you guys make me think outside of my perceptions, right? And I'm so grateful for it. But now that I'm using it, I don't know how I lived without it. All right, this is our last step here. These are muted palette dots, and you'll see they are definitely muted palette compared to the Designer Series paper. They're a little bit toned down. The petal pink is about the best match. The cloud cover looks a little more pastel than cloud cover. The mossy meadow looks a little bit more pastel than mossy meadow. But the thing is, though, they have this like jade or marble kind of finish. They're opaque. And so it's very complementary. And I think it's also going to make it more chameleon to go with other paper packs and even maybe other colors where you can kind of stretch the color a little bit, what it'll coordinate with, even though it doesn't exactly match. So this one's got the mossy meadow muted dots. This one has the Daffodil Delight muted dots. So this one, I think I'm going to do the petal pink muted dots. And I'm going to sprinkle them in about the same fashion because I don't want to overthink my dingles. I am a master dingle overthinker. And there it is, you guys. Mystery card. Mystery solved. We had so much fun. Didn't we have fun on Monday, Kathy? I think everybody had such a good time, and it was nice to feel that community feeling again, like we feel when we're in on stage and stuff like that. So if you're looking for that, join the team, Kitchenettes. It's $99 to join, $125 of products, and you can get the pre-order stuff, which is really awesome. All right, so my brush, you can see that there's no white left on my brush. And over here, there's some white, so you don't want to go messing with that. But where it's dried and it's clear, okay, that's where you can go and take your brush and just use your brush to kind of sweep up or roll up all that's left on the silicone sheet. And so you'll see it's starting to roll up and it's coming out of the brush. It's rolling up in the brush, and you can just pick up the little bits and throw it away. So it does really make easy cleanup as you just kind of roll. See how it's just rolling up there? It's not shiny here anymore because it's all rolled up, and that's the easiest way I've found to clean up too. And then sometimes all that will get like stuck in the bristles once you roll it all up, and then you can just take it right out. All right, so that's cleanup. Cleanup's a breeze, and you'll notice that my rainbow is not, it's only sticky on the side that was supposed to be sticky because we spread it all out for ourselves on the sheet and kept the front side very clean that way. All right. Kathy says, oh yes, it was great to see everyone and meet peeps I don't know. Plus create. Oh my, right? It was everything. It was community and fun and creating and trying things that, like I said, I don't do fun fold cards very often. So it was nice to have that little push to try something different. Let me show you the other one I did, because I told you guys that as Kathy and I were planning, that was the one I made to test the clues, to make sure that the measurements all worked out and that there were no typos, and to like make sure everything worked, and to also bring samples for our team, to bring extra samples. And then during the mystery card, I was like, you know what? Okay, I've made it in the landscape orientation. Let me try it in the portrait orientation. So I will do a video for this one, but this is my portrait version of this fun fold Z-Fold card. And that's the one I did during mystery stamping. So super fun, super creative, great night together. And it is for our team. And we will be doing it every first Monday of the month, except for September. September, we are doing the 8th, which is the second Monday of the month because of Labor Day. All right, so come join us for Team Mystery Stamping. If you are a kitchenette and you weren't there, I will be posting the pictures of the cards and the project sheets for you. The clues are already in our Facebook group if you want to go along with the clues and try and make some of these cards. But try to make it for the next one. Put it on your calendar. Our next Team Mystery Stamping is July, I'm going to tell you the date, 7th at 7:30 Central. Okay, so come and join us for Mystery Stamping in the team. Tony says, I love the party piggy one too. Cute. Well, thank you. I'm having way too much fun with the party pig. He's so adorable. Let's see here. Lisa said, did you cut it or did it come short? Cut it. And here's what I learned is you don't want to cut it too short, but you don't want to leave it too soft and floppy either. It's about maybe 1/4 of an inch long, and I just cut it right down. Yeah, I would say just a smidge longer than 1/4 of an inch. And I just gave it a haircut. And you'll see it's not exactly perfect. I think Joyce gave mine its haircut. But yeah, about 1/4 of an inch, cut it down. And just take your scissors and give it a haircut. Good question. Jan loves the card. Tony says, great card. Well, thank you. Thank you. You guys tell me thank you for sharing all the time. And instead I turn that around and say, thank you for spending some time with me, especially today. Today was a wild one with my dog trying to jump in through the window. He loves to go to work with me, you guys. He's got his little crate in here, and either he is in his little crate, he just goes in and lays down, or he lays at my feet, and he just loves to be at work. But coming to work through the window was a little distracting. Corey says, love the pig. Are the dimensions the same? The dimensions are the same. Yes. And everything is the same. The pattern papers, the only dimension that was different from this one. So like if you want to get ahead of me, I'm going to do this one for a video, but if you want to get ahead of me, the only dimension that is different is I went on the hot dog side for my inside. So it's still 1 inch, but I forget what this is. So instead of going this way, I did that. But on this one, same thing, but because we've got a horizontal, is that horizontal? No, vertical card. It goes like that. All right, good. But there will be, don't worry, I'll be doing this one as a live or something very soon. I've already even cut the kit so that I can do a video and maybe a live with it. All right, let's see here. Lisa says, I've missed you. It's been a while since I could join the fun. I've missed you too, my friend. I noticed. And it's funny because maybe it's summertime. Is that why I'm seeing some long lost, my long lost friends, I'll call them. I'm glad you're here. Maybe it is. Is it summertime for you? Is that where you've been? Or just life in general, Lisa? Corinne says, thank you. It's my pleasure. I'm glad you're excited. Brenda says it was super fun. The mystery stamping was super fun, right? Thank you for joining us, Brenda. You know what? I can show up and hang out with myself all I want, and I'm still not a community. It's when you guys come and hang out for these things that we build community, and I'm so grateful that you showed up, and I hope you will be there in July too if you can make it. Let's see here. Trish says, what a beautiful card. I won't be able to do the rainbow. I'm thinking about a focal I can use. All right, I showed you my piggy. Anything will do, right? Just get something fun die cut. Let's see here. Hey, Sheila. I'm glad you're here. Cliffy says, such a fun card, Marissa. Thank you, Cliffy. I hope that you're feeling better every day, my friend. Are you still watching us from chemo? You're in my prayers, my friend. Trish says, I'm impressed with your precision. Oh, a barbecue brush makes it easy. Brenda says, leak those silicone brushes. They're in the description of this video already. I like them. I'm getting another set so I can have some for the kitchen actually, because I got mine from Jan and Joyce, and I'd like to have 2 in the craft room or 3 in the craft room. And then I'd also like them for the kitchen because I use kind of a traditional basting brush or barbecue brush, and silicone is totally the way to go. So I'm going to get another set too. All right, let's see. Did I get everybody's comments? Oh, Lisa says it's been work. We're keeping her from. Well, I'm glad you're here today. Kathy says, have a wonderful weekend. Right back at you, my friend. Maybe put a raised phrase on the pig card. Makes a standing front card, right? That's exactly it. You can do these kind of easel style if you put something on them. Okay, let me bring this guy back in. Especially this guy. Like, I think you could, I don't know. This guy wants to see, look at when you do the, Oh, I'm trying to use my fast fuse as a mouse. When you do the horizontal one, it stands more like this if you were going to display it, right? But the vertical one will stand like a standard card. So, but the raised, you need something raised like very close to the edge because you only get a little bit when it stands up because the way that it's all equal, but you can stand this way. Cute, right? Okay. All right, you guys, I have a blog post to do for this very quick. It's pretty much ready. I got to do a quick bit of editing and publish. There will be a clean video for the project and a project sheet this afternoon. And then I get to stamp, and I really need to because I got to get some decisions made for you guys on the rest of Card Club because of the buy one, get one sale. Oh, just really quick again, buy one, get one half off runs through the end of the month. It's a suite sale. Any suite, anything that was part of a suite, any product that was part of a suite is buy one, get one half off. Stamp and stick card class. You guys, there's a few of these. And while supplies last, you can get your stamp and stick card class packet. It is everything you need already ready for you. You've got your dings, you've got your, I'm flinging things, linen thread. We did the cutting of your flowers. We did the cutting of your, like these little flowers, your leaves, all your labels, everything's ready to go. We embossed for you. All you have to do is stamp and stick. When you get this packet, there's a limited number of those. But what I wanted to show you too, stamp and stick card class, the directions and the card class will be with the pretty florals, but look at the impressions and bloom. So any stamp set you have with flowers will do for stamp and stick card class. Stamp and stick card class is the 26th at 2 p.m. live, and the packets and PDF are available. This bundle, pretty florals, this bundle, Impressions of Bloom, are buy one, get one half off right now. So check that out. Check out that sale. It's a lot of fun. We've got a couple of things that are part of suites, like the Wildflower Designs paper, the Floral Impressions, the one I just used, the Boho Vibes, the Beautiful Gallery, Florals and Bloom. All of those are part of a suite. So in Color Club, as you're placing your order, this little flyer is in your invitation email. Check out those things and so you can start planning ahead for In Color Club orders. You can do 2 orders. You could do June's and July's if you want to do July's at the end of June to take advantage of the sale. But I want to get some crafting done, serious crafting done this weekend so that I can give you Card Club people the same heads up. And what are we going to be working on? What of its parts of suites, and where can you take advantage of this buy one, get one half off sale? All right. So I'm getting out of here to go do some crafting. This post will pop on the blog very soon. And if you need anything, reach out. Marisa at kitchentablestamper.com to shop or join our awesome team. Buzz over to marisaAlvarez.stampinup.net to join, click join, to shop, click shop. And I'll see you guys next week. Thanks for spending some time with me. I'll see you guys later.